saw that it was a way to be free to create and be free to contribute to life in a very unique way. And so I studied. I got my business degree here in America. I built several 6- and 7-figure businesses. My first 7-figure business, I actually made 2.5 million sales in the first year. And then unfortunately, a big tragic event happened in my life. My father, at the age of 47, died in a horrible car accident in Bulgaria, and my whole world just shattered. And so during that process, in the grieving process, lots of emotions obviously came up, lots of introspection as to how I could pick myself up and shift, because the emotional state that I was in really took me down a path that did not serve my professional career. So as I delved myself into personal development, got several certifications, I found a specific tool, which is emotional intelligence, that really allowed me to pick myself up and maximize my skills, my knowledge, and my desire to succeed. And so that brought me back to the road of success and happiness and really inner peace, to where I have been now serving in teaching the same skills for the last 4 years. So here we are. We're going to talk about the top 3 emotions that trip you up in sales and that leave you feeling stuck, stagnant, and unfulfilled. But first, I'm going to set the context of why emotions. How do emotions affect us? Right? So the first place that I want to take you to is, okay, so when we experience life, if you think of yourself on a daily basis and you're experiencing life, right? Where do you first experience? You first experience life from your emotion. You have this surge of energy that comes through you. You feel it through your body, and then you start having thoughts and feelings about what you're experiencing. This is called the cognitive triangle. So it's really emotions, thoughts, feelings, and actions that have us experience life. So you might think at this point, okay, wait a minute, I thought that emotions and feelings are the same thing. Well, they're very interconnected. They're actually very, thoughts, feelings, and emotions are very interconnected between themselves. But emotions and feelings are 2 different things. Emotions are the physical state, right? It's the physical response that the body has through the surge of energy that the emotion brings. So it is aroused before feelings, sorry. And feelings are actually the mental association and the reaction to emotion. So they come after the emotion. And they are very interconnected to thoughts. So if you think about yourself experiencing something in life or in business, and obviously here we're talking more about business, and you notice yourself having emotions, you'll also notice that you start having thoughts about that experience. And so that is really the process that we go through on a day-to-day basis as we experience life. Okay, so I mentioned this earlier, the difference between why is EQ so important and how is it different from IQ? So first of all, if we take a look at IQ, we're looking at the brain. So we're looking at the capacity of the brain to think. We're looking at measuring cognitive intelligence. We're looking at applying knowledge, and we're looking really at the ability to think. IQ is something that's static. You're born with it. It is not something that you can raise. On the other hand, EQ, which is the ability to feel, so it's the ability to experience emotions. We're measuring emotional intelligence. We're measuring our ability to adjust and to shift from one emotion to another, from one experience to another. And it is governed by the heart. It is really, we're talking about the heart space. And emotional intelligence can absolutely be raised. And we raise emotional intelligence through the awareness that we bring and the managing that we bring to our emotions. Okay, So I want to give you a kind of a path to how you can start raising your emotional intelligence through your intentional and conscious awareness. So first of all, whenever you are out in your business, whenever you're out having a sales conversation with someone, you want to notice the emotion that you're experiencing. So that's the first step, perceiving your emotions. From when you notice and you understand, you know which emotion you're experiencing, you can start understanding by asking yourself, well, why am I experiencing this? What's really is this about? Maybe is it a trigger? So you start asking yourself these introspective questions so that you can understand the emotion that you're experiencing. Once you know and you understand, you can then manage your emotion. You can manage your emotion. And from there, in managing, the result that you want to achieve is the ability to use your emotions, but not in a manipulative way, in an empowering way. So you're using emotions to empower yourself. So when we look at the sales conversation, let's say you're someone that might, feel really nervous around a sale conversation. Maybe some doubts start coming up. Maybe some questioning of your ability to close the sale comes up. So when you go through this process of analyzing yourself, which really happens in a split second, you can then pick yourself back up and empower yourself to move through the sales conversation. Now, there are 5 characteristics of emotional intelligence. First one, we've already talked about it, is self-awareness, really the ability to understand what's happening within our inner landscape. Number 2 is self-regulation. So from there, from the moment of awareness, we then can regulate ourselves, we can manage ourselves.